I'm Nu-Trix. Today, I'm diving for the first time into BLOOM. It's a reverb from UVI. I do a lot of demos, tutorials and reviews of UVI's synthesizer. I like the way they approach things. It sounds always really nice, and there's a lot of quick access to really good sound, and it's inspiring. Now, this one's not a synthesizer. This one is a reverb. So it's kind of, okay, what's about BLOOM? Well, it's a little bit different. Like all the time, we need to have something new. It's a good sounding reverb. Start with that. We have some controls that we don't see often. What's cool is you can actually, I'll show you. What's cool is you have here single, parallel, and serial. So really easily you can say, well, I just want the whole unit. It's by default, it's a reverb. So most of the stuff we understand what it is, but it has that bloom that's kind of, it just becomes big if you need to, but it doesn't overpower everything. It's still a soft reverb. So the single one is you have one reverb running. The parallel one is you have two, and you see the information at the bottom here. We go parallel. It says the rise time is obtained by running two slightly detuned reverb engine in parallel. And the serial, well, you have two of them are one after the other. So it changes the way it sounds. And there's something different here is when you go here, the tap is the tap out amount. So it controls the depth or the curve depending on what you select. So you want natural, you want flat, and then some of them you don't have any control. If you go tail or rising, then you have a control over the tail or the rising, depending if you go rising or tail. In this case, not even tail, but depth. So this is the first time you go, okay, what is that? Let's keep it flat, for example, or natural. You have the size of the room, the shape of the room, so it changes the sound a lot. Pre-delay, well, you can wait before it starts. Now, if you don't know when to use pre-delay, if you want to mimic a real room, pre-delay basically becomes really interesting or a good recreation of acoustic reality when, let's say, you're in a big room and you're close, let's say, to the drum. So the sound of the drum will be clean and the reverb will be delayed because the room is so far away from the drum that it will hit back and it will hit the walls and come back to you later. So there's that delay because the room is big. So if you want to feel that you're close to the instrument, but you're in your big room, pre-delay is going to be pretty cool for it. It's going to be cool for you. Now you have control over the low and the high, so you can really control the two of them, and you can even choose the frequency where it's going to be happening. So these are kind of EQs with a control here. The roll-off is a filter, so it's a low-pass filter. You're cutting the high frequencies, and you have the rise, which is the rise time. So how much time is going to take to come up. So that's what interesting in the bloom factor here is the fact that the reverb can be coming in with an attack, a slow attack, instead of just being reverb, which is like reverb can come in. So it makes it very atmospheric type of approach. The mix, the width, the diffusion, that's not a big surprise, something we all expect. Now there's different ways to look at that graphic. So you see that separation you have here goes with that. If you choose to change this, you see now the line changes. The separation between the two goes with the frequency where it actually, and you see that the graphic, if you boost this, will go with this. And if you click in here and you move it, you're actually controlling these two values. So it's very fluid, very easy to control and play with. Let's just have the drum playing through this. I don't hear too much because one pre-delay. And a lot of bass. change the way it reacts. So there's different ways to look at this. You also have the graphic here, the SP, the switch, the spectral decay visualization. So you have the whole thing in a round, but still you can have the same, you know. And then there's this window, which is pretty weird. This is actually you're playing between the presets. That I found really fun. So they put everything that is kind of a closed room or a small room. And as you move between the different presets, it changes the values. So you see, when it's serial, or the other one can be parallel. Some are really dark. This one's just like, it's coming in like waves at the back. This is cool. Like anything, when you use a lot of effects, you need to have less sound playing so you hear it. So this is really good with smooth, slow, you know. This one has even some phasing because there's a modulation also here. Depth of modulation and the speed of the modulation. That shimmering is just soft and nice. It's really just weird stuff. Got a little delay. Oh, this is nice. You have a pad at the back of your piano. So this is kind of the little thing that I find really interesting to get out of this. Of course, it's a reverb. You get a reverb. It's cool. It's a reverb that is lush, but also very atmospheric. Of course, it's a reverb. What am I saying? That type of result is what I like. You get that pad going in the back. Let's try to do something as soft with the drum. Actually, this sounds really cool. Get that rhythm coming in because of the pre-delay here. And it gives a rhythm. The other one is just big, wide wash of a sound. That's cool. That is Bloom. A reverb with very nice, soft sound to it. That's it. Stay safe. Make more music, and I'll see you soon.